Dominique DiDia of PWHL Las Vegas. Welcome, Dominique.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you for joining us. So we're going to go ahead and call on our virtual hands to get started here. And I'm going to look to Maya Smith. Why don't you start us off?
Sure, thank you. Maya Smith from the Ice Garden. Dominique, welcome to the PWHL. You have an extensive background on sort of the player negotiation side of things. I'm curious how you see that kind of impacting how you approach, building this team.
Thank you, Maya. It's been a really interesting perspective that I think I'll be able to gain being an agent the last few years. Has given me a great insight into the player's perspective of being a player in this league. We started CA women's hockey right at the beginning 3 years ago, and being a part of the expansion and from the first draft until now, it's been working with great players has really given me the perspective to see that and see the things that we need to do on our side to make a great franchise. So I think knowing the player's perspective will give me a unique opportunity to build our roster from the ground up.
Thank you. Steve Wino.
Thanks, man. Steve Weiner from the AP. You just mentioned obviously your history as an agent. The PWHL just listed all the salaries this week, publicly disclosing them. I'm just curious your thoughts on that now in the GM role. How you think that's going to affect negotiations moving forward, if at all?
I was a proponent of the players knowing their salaries and each other's salaries from the beginning. It's something that on the NHL side is visible, and it helps players and agents make comparisons in order to know what they should be paid and making sure that they're on the same playing field as their peers. I think it's something that is beneficial for both sides, allowing us to have clarity and make sure that players are being paid for what they deserve.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jennifer Streeter.
Thanks, Mandy. Hi, Dominique. Jennifer Streeter with Honest Eye at Sports Illustrated and the Sporting News. In your release announcing you as GM, you called Las Vegas one of the most dynamic sports cities in the world. I'm wondering if you can elaborate a bit more on that and just talk about your excitement in fitting PWHL Las Vegas into that landscape.
Yeah, it's watching the growth of the Vegas Golden Knights over the last 10 years is something that has, being nearby, being in Los Angeles and being a part of the LA Kings, we were very close to how it was built. And being in that city, you drive around even the suburbs of Las Vegas, and every single car has a Vegas Golden Knights bumper sticker or a license plate frame. The entire city has really embraced being a sports city. And with the addition of the Raiders, the A's coming, the Las Vegas Aces, WNBA team, it's really sports are a part of the Vegas identity now. And you walk down the strip in Vegas and you see a jersey of one of those teams or a hat on every single person. And it's a really exciting, it's a small city compared to others, but it's also a big city with great suburbs. It's a great family area where families and fans and everyone can come to games and enjoy it, and such a growth perspective on the city. Also, hockey has grown so much in the city. Women's hockey, girls hockey has grown 600% since the Vegas Golden Knights came 10 years ago to the area. And there are plenty of rinks around. There are plenty of clubs, including the Junior Knights and the Las Vegas Storm, that have really growing and influential girls hockey clubs that there are fans all over. And the city is really excited to embrace our team.
Thank you.
Sorry, I lost my mouse there. All right, next up, let's go to Ken from Vegas.
Hey Dominique, I know you just mentioned that you followed the Golden Knights. I'm wondering, they have a very specific style from of general manager. I wonder if you're going to borrow any of their style in how you're going to manage this team.
Can you elaborate on style?
So they're pretty aggressive. Cutthroat is a word that has often been used about them, but it's definitely doing everything to win, I guess, would be the simplest way to put it.
I'm passionate about building a PWHL franchise where we compete for a Walter Cup from the first game, from the first moment we start. I want to have players on our team that want to win and want to compete. But more importantly for me, our team is about character and working with good people that care about each other and align with our core values. As the PWHL Las Vegas team, we have mission statement and core values that include integrity, communication, trust, and kindness. And there is a real joy that we want to have while playing women's hockey and playing in the PWHL. So our goal is to win, be a winning franchise, but also play hockey the right way with integrity and care for each other as teammates.
Thank you.
Thank you. Pat Laprade?
Hi, Dominique. Pat Laprade from TVA Sports in Montreal and Hockey News. You're the only one coming here today without having hired a head coach yet. So I'd like to know more about the process of it. Do you have a short list of people you want to work with? Does the league provide a pool of coaches that they're already vetted? How did the process works?
I've been able to talk to a lot of great folks that are interested in the role. I'm very passionate about making sure that the coach aligns with our pillar. What we are.
Dominique, I think we lost you. Can you hear us?
Here in Vegas and taking the time to really get to I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear you. Do you mind starting over? Apologies.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not sure what happened. Yeah, so it's important to me that we take the head coaching role very seriously. I've been talking to a lot of great folks, and it's important to me that I hire a coach that is aligned with our values in Vegas and what we want to build. Coaches that are emphasize not only players who want to come here to Vegas, make an impact, but also development is really important. I believe that players can continue to develop regardless of where they are at their careers. And hiring a coach that aligns with how much character is emphasized in our core pillars and values as a team. So I've been taking the time to dive deep with these coaches and have discussions that I want to make the right hire for the right reasons. And although we are all on a very tight timeline here in these couple weeks, making sure that we have opportunities for the right coach to align with what we were building here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Donna Spencer?
Hi, Dominique. Donna from Canadian Press. Nice to meet you. Dominique, how complex does this expansion process feel to you? And what is in it that you see that allows you to build a team that can be competitive in its first season?
The expansion process is definitely complex. I was an agent in the last expansion and was able to be an agent for a lot of these players from the first free agent signing ahead of the 2023 draft. So I've been able to see the different, how the expansion draft has developed over the last few years. And I'm really excited that being a part of this expansion draft as a new franchise, there's a great opportunity for us to have discussions with players and make sure that our players that we have on our team want to be a part of our team from the beginning. And we're really excited to begin the conversations next week with players and agents and just have the opportunity for discussion, which is a different aspect from last year. So I think the phases that the league has put in for expansion is really helpful for expansion GMs in order to have the time to have discussions before, an expansion draft or something of the sort would happen.
Thank
If
you.
you can also, I think I missed part of your question if you want to repeat the second part.
I think you answered it, but it was, what do you see in that process that allows you specifically to build the foundation of a competitive team in your first season?
Yeah, it's very much the opportunity to, like I said, bring players to Vegas that want to come, that want to be a part of something new and be a part of the culture that we're building. The way that the expansion draft works is that, like I said, there's an opportunity for us to discuss that with them and make sure we're all on the same page. And this league is the top of innovation in sports, and the way that they've been able to change and adapt to what the players and the teams need in order to have expansion teams build successful franchises while also supporting the existing teams. I think the model of expansion is great and really exciting for us to begin next week.
Thank you. All right, we'll squeeze in these last two, Yan Yan and then Ken.
Hi, Dominique. So obviously the PWHL is expanding pretty quickly, doubled its size in 2 years. I mean, what do you make of the pace of the league's expansion, and how do you think the league is going to navigate it, and how are you guys going to navigate it as a team?
The league is responding to the success and the interest of the PWHL, from the takeover tours to the success that and the eyeballs that the Olympics had on women's hockey. I think it's just continuing to grow. I've been involved from the beginning as an agent, but as as a fan and a women's hockey player myself, I couldn't be more thrilled that we're expanding, especially to the Southwest. Being from Los Angeles, the fact that there's going to be a team in the Southwest is something that the fans are hungry for, and especially the fans in Vegas are really excited to be a part of it. So I think the league is responding to growth and really having the confidence in the player pool that's deep and talented, and that there will be continued growth, and we're going to make 12 really great teams that are able to compete.
Thank you. Ken?
I was just wondering if you're like how often you've been in Vegas. Are you currently in Vegas? Where are you planning on setting up in Vegas? Kind of just the logistics of your plans here in Vegas.
I was in Vegas earlier for this week. I was able to catch Game 4 of the Knights clinching the Western Conference Finals, which was very exciting. Growing up in LA, I was in Vegas a lot, especially the last 5 or so years. I was a girls hockey coach with the LA Lions, and we played against both the Vegas Storm and the Junior Knights frequently. So I coached out of a lot of those rinks the last few years, and it's a quick 4-hour drive from Los Angeles. So I grew up going to Vegas a lot. And I know a lot of folks that live in the outskirts of the Strip, from Summerlin to Henderson. So, I'm looking forward to moving. I'm still in Los Angeles for now, but I'm excited to move and be a part of the community there.
Thank you, Dominique.